today. I hope Tainari will be alright. Probably not. I should go check on him.
This seems more annoying than the last round. That's fine, though. I'll find some place to sit and watch them scurry.
Grow! Let me see. Where would they put one of these I see everything!
That's...
A desert fox? Why would there be desert foxes here? Oh, whoa! Stop biting my clothes! Hey! A desert fox? Why would there be desert foxes here? Oh, whoa! Stop biting my clothes! Hey!
Hey, Tainari? Tainari! Huh? Weird. The locator says that he should be around here somewhere. Tainari! Can you hear us? You're right! Huh? Oh no. Tainari, are you okay?
It's so hot.
Oh, so you passed out because of the heat. Are you not used to...
That's right. I usually bring lots of water when I go to the desert, precisely to avoid this situation. I went through all my water very quickly, and with the effects of the disturbed ley lines, I started feeling dizzy. My ancestors, the Valukashuna, were originally from the desert. But I guess this is what happens when a species migrates. They become intolerant of their original environment.
This isn't the time for a history lesson. Let's...
Humans. Such fragile beings.
Your bodies can't even survive extreme changes in the environment. Here, take this.
Are you serious? This had better be just normal water. Hey! You're leaving already? Paimon really doesn't get that guy. What's he up to?
I'm feeling a little better now. Thanks, you two.
Oh, it wasn't just the two of us. Just...
Found you at last.
Sino! You're here too!
I was concerned, so I came back to check on you. Will you be able to go on?
The fur on my tail is so dry, it's practically been singed right off. I don't see any purpose in pushing myself beyond. It appears I'm not suited to this particular round. I should probably just return to Aru Village and rest.
Really? So you're backing out?
Yes. I do have my results in the first round to serve as a buffer, so even if I forfeit this round, I still have a chance to turn things around later. Withdrawing now will allow me to conserve my energy. Continuing to push onward would be counterproductive.
A wise decision. Let's get you back to...
It's fine. I can make it back.
Oh, stop trying to be so polite.
You two must have a lot of free time if you came looking for me.
Now, Tainari, do you want to rest some more?
There's some shade here, so we can stop for a while.
All right.
Oh, Sino and Tainari. And you've got the Traveler and Paimon with you. Oh, hey, Layla! Yeah, the sun was too strong, so I decided to take cover here for a while. What about you? Are you all done already?
Unfortunately not. I'm not quite as capable as I thought.
Withdraw? Can you even do that?
I believe the rules do provide for such a situation. Al-Haytham did say that the act of leaving the competition grounds would result in disqualification from the round.
Didn't I ask you if you were all right before this? If you had just decided to withdraw then, you wouldn't have had to suffer.
Well, I had to try, didn't I? So I tried, and it didn't work out. And now, when I get back, I'm definitely going to make a batch of sun-resistant oil. Next time I venture into the desert, I'll be prepared. By the way, you're Layla, aren't you? You don't look very well yourself.
I did feel a little faint when I first entered the desert, but I feel a lot better after resting here. Be careful not to push it. Don't worry. I'm just...
Feeling the pressure?
Uh-huh. You you can tell.
Your expression is similar to the ones I see on criminals' faces.
To tell you the truth, I'm still not sure whether I have what it takes to represent the Ratau. Most people voted for me because of all the rumors surrounding me, and to be honest, those rumors don't really mean anything. Now I don't know how to deal with even the people who usually criticize me voted for me this time. So I feel like I have to live up to their
So their expectations are putting pressure on.
Yes. Actually, I heard that you were voted in as well, Tainari. How do you deal with it?
To be completely honest, I don't really feel any pressure. Firstly, those who expect things from you do not necessarily do so for benign reasons. On the other hand, those who do consider your feelings certainly wouldn't want you to push yourself. Next, we are researchers. Our primary duty is to interact with knowledge, not to meet others' expectations. As for me, I took part in this competition to advertise for an academic lecture at Gandharvaville next month. I'll obviously try my best during the competition, but I won't let any additional pressure get to me. I think you can also try to find a clearly defined goal. That may help you.
I understand. Thanks for your advice.
I'm absolutely parched after talking so much.
I've still got some water with me.
No, I'll be all right. We aren't far from Aru village, so I can go the rest of the way myself.
Yes. All right then. Your spirit will live on through me.
Hey, don't talk like that. I'm not dead, Sino. Everyone, I'll be heading back now.
I'll continue searching for the ley line disruptors.
Are you feeling better now, Layla? Yeah, I feel like some of the weight has been taken off my shoulders after chatting with Tainari. It's been a long time since I first left my hometown to come to the academia, and every day here has been so precious. But of course, there have been some rough times. All sorts of complex astrological models, countless quizzes, and essays that took all my brain power to barely finish. Each of those things are like huge boulders barreling at me, forcing me to continue running forward. When I was chosen as my Darshan's representative, it felt like another boulder was added to the ones already rolling behind me. Every time I close my eyes, I think of all the people I'd disappoint if I mess up. Yeah, I think that's what Tainari was trying to tell me. You're our good friends, which is why you didn't stop him from dropping out of this round, and why you don't feel disappointed in me. That's right! No need to feel so down! That said, he did also say that he hopes I could have more concrete goals for taking part in this. Anyway, I won't take up any more of your time. You still have to record the other contestants' progress, don't you? Perhaps they've had... True. We should go look for the others. Now, who's left? You could go see how Madame Farozan's doing. I've heard that... Okay, let's go look for Farozan. Don't worry. Commit it to memory. Hey there, Farozan. Have you made any progress?
You're just in time.
Oh, you found the ley line?
Such a simple problem could never confound. Not long after entering the desert, I discovered a primal construct that was acting abnormally, so I followed it all the way here. Once I got near here, it suddenly disappeared. Something...
You're a true expert, Madame Faruzan. You know...
Well, I do happen to have more experience than most. But that aside, has anyone completed this challenge yet?
Nope, not yet.
Well then, I suppose I'll be the first. What about that boy Tainari? Oh? And why's that?
He's not used to being out in a...
I didn't think he would have such a weakness. I suppose he could use... What about the others? Is that Ratawahist girl still a bundle of nerves?
Tainari gave Layla some advice, and she seems to be doing a lot better now. Sino just started his search for the disruptors, and as for...
And what about Kaveh? Has he found a ley line to...
Paimon doesn't think so, or our locators would have...
Strange. What's he lollygagging for? With his skills, you should have heard... Well, I'm afraid the most thrilling moments are already done here. You should probably go find Kaveh and... Here it comes. I think I'm about to strike gold.
Whoa.
Come on, stop following me! I already gave you all the food I had on me. You can cry all you want. I don't have any more food. All I have left is a half bottle of water, and I can't possibly give you that. Without water, traveling in the desert will be incredibly difficult, and I still need to find what I'm looking... Merak, can you help me out here? Keep them away.
Kaveh, there you are! Faruzan told us to come see how you're doing. Let her...
Just thinking about it makes me upset. Not long after I entered the desert, I was accosted by these fellows. I don't know why, but they didn't leave the competition grounds, and now the ley line disruptions have left them confused and circling around the area. The moment they saw me, they wouldn't leave me alone. They even cheated me out of my limited food supply. Hey, didn't I ask you to keep them away?
Kaveh, is this flying metal thing...
That's right. This is my toolbox, Merak.
Your toolbox? Huh. It seems pretty fancy.
Sometimes I need to carry things when I go out, so it's handy to have a portable toolbox.
Well, this definitely doesn't look like an ordinary toolbox, that's for sure.
It's a long story. When I was working in the desert, I ran into a merchant group who had a machine core they excavated from some tomb. It was clearly from King Deshret's civilization. His technology still isn't fully understood, and Kasharawar has many different opinions on this topic. Our current theories cannot explain such mysteries. Upon seeing such a rare, complete specimen before me, I forked over all the more... Some time back, I wanted to make an automated case that could store my offloaded items. With that core, I created Merak. It can't understand commands that are too complex, but it can serve as my assistant and help me with things like map. Most importantly, it can't talk, so it can't give me any attitude. Oh, yes. Thanks for helping hide the fact that I live at Al-Haytham's place earlier. I hope this season of my life ends soon, so I can get things back on track. Things just started going downhill at some point. Maybe it all started when my mom remarried and left for Fontaine. Or maybe it all started when I spoke to Al-Haytham. Or maybe it's because constructing the Palace of Alcazar's burned through my funds. I'm still paying off the debt from that one. Oh, when's this going to end? Now that I think about it, I guess it's not like any of you asked to be trapped in a ley line disruption. Okay, let me get you all out.
Kaveh, aren't you going to look for the ley line disruptors?
Yes, but I can't just leave them here. Oh, forget it. The more I think about this, the more I feel a headache coming on. I'll get back to searching. Time's a-wasting. I'm off.
Kaveh looks like he's conflicted. He really wants to win, but he can't ignore those he wants to help. Paimon's always felt like he's the type who easily gets himself into tough spots. Paimon doesn't mean this in an insulting way, but he seems like the kind of guy who'd be really easy to take advantage of. Whoa, someone's done already! Paimon also wants to know.
Verification complete. Congratulations.
Ooh, so Sino was the quickest!
I am from Spontamod, after all. We know a lot about ley lines, so finding a disruptor was never go-
Since the Traveler and Paimon also happen to be here, do you have anything you want to say?
Anything I want to say? My friend couldn't continue on, so failure was never an option. The bonds of yesterday will forge the road to tomorrow. With the ties of friendship that bind us. That's a line from King of Invocations, one of my favorite works, and it sums up my thoughts right now.
It might be a good thing that Tainari isn't here, or else he'd give Sino a good smack right about now.
Oh wow, it's already so late. Everyone's probably running low on food and water. It only...
Something similar happened in King of Invocation.
Any thoughts on that, Alhaitham?
I have no thoughts regarding King of Invocations.
Wasn't asking about that.
Deserts are much more dangerous at night, so this competition should be nearing its end. At the moment, only Farazan, Layla, and Kaveh remain.
I wonder who the next person to find a disruptor will be.
Wait, only 3 people are left? Tainari forfeited, and...
He also forfeited not long ago.
Ugh, Paimon can't understand what... But, like Alhaitham said, this round's almost over. Let's go...
Everyone hold hands!
Hello again. You know, it suddenly occurred to me that you guys have had to do a lot of running around this time. Don't you find it tiring? Really? Wow. The desert's getting colder now that night's falling, and the wind can really sting your face because of all the has anyone finished this?
Sino's already shut one down. Have you made...
I circled the whole area, but I didn't find anything. But I did have the chance to think some more about that thing. Well, my fellow Taoist members must have all put my name forward for different reasons. But be that as it may, I believe that a lot of them genuinely do expect great things from me. And I want to live up to their expectations. I don't want them to regret putting my name down.
Huh? But doesn't thinking like that put a lot of pressure on you?
Of course, that comes with some amount of pressure for sure. But now I've thought about it, I don't feel like this is something I have to do. That may not sound like a huge difference to you, but it's helped me relax a lot.
Well, that's great!
Also, now that I've relaxed, I think... But the competition isn't over yet. Oh, Layla. She's really a bundle of nerves, isn't she? Good to see you too. Well, since I'm here, I guess I should help her finish this. Let me see. Looks like she's basically gathered. Come with me, you two. Do you ever get the feeling that the ley lines have a regular flow? Similar to the way that celestial bodies follow fixed orbits. If we were looking down from on high, I wonder whether we'd find that the ley lines are just the reflections of the stars upon the Earth. Not all astrological phenomena can be directly observed. Some are deductions based on other details that we know. It's the same situation with the ley lines. The parts of them that are hidden underground can be identified via elemental energy, sound, and other phenomena. Plus, now that someone has shut one of the disruptors down, the contrast between before and after can provide me with further information still. Let me see. It should be here, I think. This should be it, right? I'll turn it off. That should restore the light.
Nice work!
Again, I didn't do any of the real work. She'll probably wake up soon. No doubt she'll be a little disoriented at first, but once she's got her bearings, she'll go and report that she shut down this Will you be staying here for a while?
Oh, time to check our locator. Whoa.
Perhaps they're about to find the last disruptor. Also, speaking of...
Why do you...
Before the second round, he had a chat with the other me. He said that worries can be like illnesses. They don't always have a magic cure. Sometimes you just have to... But the way I see it, his situation is much worse than my other self's. She just hadn't found... Kaveh, meanwhile, knows what he wants to do. He's convinced that he has to win, and yet he doesn't have a second personality, but somehow he still seems that he's at odds with himself. I don't know exactly how to describe it. It's like he's still... Who knows? He must be more experienced. But back to the topic of wrapping up.
Oh, true. Okay, then. Kaveh first. But between the two of them, who's going to get there first? Let's head over quick.
should be around.
Finally found it.
Kave?
Oh, Madame Faruzan. And here I thought you would have...
Faruzan! Kave! Oh, looks like Layla.
I didn't expect that you and I would find a disruptor at the same time.
Tainari and Hakai forfeited, while Sino and Layla are already done. Huh? That's weird.
Yes, I kept digging, but instead of finding a disruptor, I fell down pretty deep and it was completely dark in there. It took me quite some time to unlock the various
That's... actually...
Finishing a week's worth of trials in such a short time.
What about you? Why are you so late?
I encountered a lot of lost desert foxes along the way, and I brought them to the outskirts of the competition zone. When I came back, I was absolutely parched. When I woke up, it was already night. I used the last of my strength.
A most curious reason indeed. But are you sure you're all right? You said you were familiar with the desert. But the way you handled problems...
It was problematic, but that had nothing to do with me being a genius. It was my decision. The way I did things wasn't optimal, but I wouldn't have been comfortable not doing it either. My conscience would have went...
Youths these days. Each stranger than the next. But back to the main issue at hand. Since we are both very certain that this is where the final ley line disruptor is, let's dig it up then. Well, this is indeed it. Of that there is no doubt. But... what is it, youngster? You seem relieved.
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that this round's finally over. There shouldn't be any more innocent creatures getting wrapped up in danger. As for the points, I guess we can draw lots again later.
All right. In that case, let's all head back to Aru Village.
Looks like the second round is over. I wonder who is faster, Kave or Madame Farzan? Huh? Where's Madame Farzan?
She went to get water. She'll be back shortly. We basically arrived at the same time, so we'd like to draw lots again.
You get caught up in some things so easily, like drawing lots.
I'm not caught up in anything. Don't make it sound like I take pleasure in having bad luck.
Really? Then should I say that you have a curious affinity for drawing lots?
I'll go get the box and slips of paper for the lots. Please wait a moment.
Oh, here we go again. Let's see how I fare.
I got it! Did you see that?
Congratulations!
Looks like Kave's luck's taking it.
Finally!
It looks like you've been rewarded for your tribulations in the desert.
And with that, our second round is done. Sino, Layla, and Kave. As for the current standings, Sino and Layla both have 4 points, putting them both in first place. The rest in descending order are Tainari, Farazan, Kave, and Hakai. The next round will be the final one. Please rest up before then, everyone. I heard that some stalls at the Wisdom Gala are debuting new games, so feel free to drop by if you're interested. Otherwise, see you next round.
It feels like something's been on your mind this entire time.
Traveler, Paimon. I finally found you.
Finally?
Don't you feel like there's something off about this year's When Candace and I were at the cafe earlier, we might have caught sight of some mercs on business. Thing is, they were disguised as tourists here to shop. But no disguise can mask the stench of blood. Just from their suspicious looks, I bet they do dirty work like kidnapping or assassinations.
We eavesdropped on them for a while. Their target seems to be someone called Sachin.
Sachin? Isn't that the person who Karina mentioned during the... He's apparently the sponsor behind the competition prizes and the Diadem of Knowledge, but he hasn't...
Sounds like a rich person, all right. It makes the Eremites have been struggling to make ends meet recently, so a lot of groups have been doing private work that involves the rich. In their words, one gig sets you up for half a year. Just one job like this nets them enough mora to take it easy for a while.
The extravaganza has brought many tourists to Sumeru City all at once. So Dia and I wanted to directly capture them, but they were on guard and made some excuse to slip.
I would have tied him up if it wouldn't have caused a scene. Who's legally supposed to take care of this kind of thing? The Matra or the Core of 30?
If Sino were here, he'd definitely get involved. Why don't we head over to the Academia? Thanks a million, you two.
Not at all. It was coincidence.
Yeah, don't sweat it. The Eremites' reputation is gonna get even worse if these scumbags succeed. But this is Sumeru City. Candace and I don't have as much freedom to act here, so we're leaving this in your hands.
Should you require our aid, come...
Paimon's noticed that something's bugging you. Is it the extravaganza? 'Cause Paimon's starting to think... But thinking like this isn't doing anything. Investigated Siraj with? Arav, wasn't it? Let's go talk to him.
Hello, both. It's been a while. Someone's planning to kidnap Sachin. Goodness. The growing popularity of the extravaganza has given him quite the reputation boost as its sponsor. He's seen as one of these...
Well, since he's got a target on his back now, shouldn't you...
To tell you the truth, we've thought about doing just that. However, Sachin apparently prefers to spend most of his time out doing field work, and hardly ever comes back to Sumeru City. No one... Our only lead is something he once said. Each time the Inter-Darshan Championship is held, assuming he remains committed to that promise, then he must be right here in the city somewhere. I suspect that the Eremites in question must have heard about that as well. And
so they shouldn't know where Sachin is either, right?
I would assume not. Anyway, Mahamatra Saino is still on vacation, so I'll handle this. Don't you worry. A couple of kidnappers aren't going to get very far in Sumeru City these days. I have all of that said. If you're interested in Sachin's story, why don't you try The sooner we ascertain his whereabouts, the quicker we can act to ensure his safety. I mean, you could task all the Matra and the whole Core of 30 with someone's protection, but if the client doesn't show themselves...
Fair point. Guess we should start searching for him too, but where should we start?
None, I'm afraid. He's never committed any crimes or broken academic protocol, so we don't have a I've heard that Alhaitham has now stepped down from his post as acting Grand Sage and is back to being the scribe again. Maybe it's worth checking to see if he knows anything.
Good idea! Okay, we'll head back to the extravaganza venue.
Alhaitham? What?
We're trying to track down someone and we need him to pull up some records.
Oh, I see. Sorry, he's always the first to leave after the competition ends, and he never tells anyone where he'll be going.
Huh. Yeah, actually, that sounds about right.
Let me think. To be honest, to him, being a commentator is just extra work he was roped into. Do you guys know of any places he'd go after work?
Ooh, maybe Paimon remembers that his house isn't that far from here, so we might as well...
I wonder where I'll
Let's try knocking. No answer? Maybe no one's home. Hello? Oh, hey, Ethan?
Oh, it's you two?
Oh, Kaveh, you're home!
Come on in, I'll get the door.
We didn't hear a peep when we first knocked. We thought no one was home.
Well, I can't be too careful. If someone from the academia came here looking for Alhaitham, and I opened the door for them without thinking...
You're pretty conscientious about... So, what happens if someone comes inside...
It's fine, as long as I stay in my own room. Anyway, why would someone just barge in here looking for him? Most people...
Fair enough. So do you know where he is?
What do you think? Who knows what he does in his free time? All that matters to me is that I wouldn't call it that. He's just incapable of saying anything pleasant at all. I told him how the second round went. I won the lot draw, remember? Because of good karma, of course. My luck's on the rise. But him, being him... Ugh, you wouldn't believe what he said after I... You're always quick to remind me that you're my upperclassman, and yet you do not problem solve in the manner becoming of an upperclassman. This begs the question of why we attach prestige to seniority at all. What does he mean, manner becoming of an upperclassman? What, am I supposed to earn the title of upperclassman now? And he didn't stop there. He said, I'd encourage you to reflect on why you've ended up having to rely on luck every round. Frankly, it's incomprehensible to me how you've managed to make it to this age without acknowledging the proverbial elephant in the room of your life.
Yeah, that does sound like something Alhaitham would say.
I've had it with him. Every time I talk to him, it's the same way. He finds a way to infuriate me every single time. Anyway, the disdain is very much mutual between us, so I'll be moving out as soon as possible. I'm actually packing my things right now. He'll have to get used to doing his own cleaning and tidying from now on. See those perfectly hung paintings on the walls? They're coming with me too. If his life wasn't utterly devoid of artistic sensibility...
Wait, you're moving out already? But the competition isn't even over yet!
Well, obviously I can't just yet. I'm just packing early to get ahead of the game. I've got my new place picked out already. The moment I have my hands on the prize money, I'm going to buy it and move my things right in. It'll take me 3 days tops to move out of here. I now know what I have to do to achieve this goal. No matter what happens in the third round, I will win. I will emerge triumphant. You'll see.
Well, we'll be rooting for you. But, are you sure?
In what?
Layla said that she thinks you'll get caught up in
Meaning what exactly? Oh, don't tell me you think I have serious
we didn't say that. But think about it. You say you want to win, but you also turned Faruzan down when she offered to give you her points. Plus, you took it upon yourself to help those...
Wait, what's so unusual about all that? I gave you my reasons. I would have felt guilty. Well, when you put it like that, yes, why indeed? It's a good question. I guess it's just in my nature. Plus, if I just did nothing,
But thinking like that all the time must make your life so exhausting. Not to mention that by helping out, You put yourself at risk. Fainting in the middle of the desert, for example.
It's complicated. Look, let's maybe leave this conversation for another time. What was it you needed Alhaitham's help with, anyway? Sachin? Huh. He did actually mention... I remember he brought a few documents home that day. He was thinking out loud as he looked through them, making some notes and doodling as he went. He even suggested that I should take a look, but I didn't. Give me a moment. Let me go find... Ah, this is the one. Here.
You sure he'd be...
With taking liberties? He's certainly okay with helping himself to my beer whenever he pleases. And anyway, he did ask me if I wanted to read his notes. I didn't see the point at the time, so he just left. He doesn't leave documents lying around unless he's okay with other people reading them. It's fine, I promise.
Cool, if you say so. Okay, let's...
I fetched the documents for you. Did he leave these notes there on purpose? Or was this sheer coincidence? No. But if it wasn't a coincidence, then...
That was a lot of information. So, to sum up, Sachin put the academia in charge of managing his estate and went off. He even said that if he really liked one of the contestants, he wouldn't just give them a reward, but his entire estate as well. Oh, that must be worth heaps and heaps of more.
What? Are you serious? All of Sachin's wealth, that's more than I could spend in a lifetime, surely. Heck, if I got chosen, I'd be able to pay off all my debts. I could build another Palace of Alcazar's array. Except this time, I'd make it 10 times. Oh, then there's that new project in Port Ormos, of course. The bridge renovation. To do it properly would take upwards of...
Hey, snap out of it! You're getting...
You're right. First, I need to focus on winning and moving out of this place.
Huh? Wait a moment. There's a loose slip of... Did Alhaitham write this? It looks like he was jotting ideas down as he was... Sachin, dead or alive, unknown. And that some of this stuff is just plain incomprehensible.
Let me see. Huh. Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps little decisions can. That's a rough translation anyway. There's another smaller line of text on...
Wow! It's so cool that you can actually read this script!
We worked together on a project once when we were students. The title was Decoding the Runes and Architectural Philosophy of the Ruins of King Deshret's Civilization. I had to familiarize myself...
Oh, interesting. So...
Who knows? The way his mind works is one of the great mysteries of the world.
Fair enough. Well, guess we've learned all we can here. Yeah, he better catch those crooks. But until then, let's...
Little decision. Did he leave these notes there on purpose? Or was this sheer coincidence? No. But if it wasn't a coincidence, then...